If you don't know where you're going, what your targets are, you're never going to get there, period. Work hard, sleep less.
There's a version of you that already has it together. He's focused, he's disciplined, he knows where he's going. But the distance between who you are and who you could be is built on one thing: work. Not perfect work, not pretty work, but consistent, relentless, uncomfortable work. Today, we're breaking down a mindset, one echoed by Idris Elba, a mindset rooted in discipline, failure, focus, and clarity. Because evolving as a man isn't about shortcuts, it's about becoming.
I always admired people that had their things together, their lives together. I always admired someone that had, a business. And I remember, believe it or not, Richard Branson, right, was fascinating to me at a young age. Not him, but just the fact that he had a multifaceted business. And I was fascinated as a young man with the idea of, can you use more than 10% of your brain at any time? And Richard Branson must be doing it.
We all admire the man who has it together, the one with the business, the one who moves with confidence, the one who figured it out. But admiration without action is just silent envy. The difference? He didn't just watch success, he pursued it. He didn't wait until he felt ready. He started when he felt unsure. Key point: admiration should inspire movement, not comparison.
My parents worked very hard, came from, West Africa, came into England with not very much. I wanted to work as hard as they did in my field. Achievement is inspirational to me, people doing it. Someone that on Monday didn't know how to do this and by Friday can do it. That is an inspiration to me. I'm not afraid to fail. I'm not afraid to fall over, make a mistake. That oftentimes cripples people on the onset of getting into anything. The first time I ever picked up the DJ decks was horrible now, but I'm not afraid of that. I'm not afraid of that feeling. It actually propels me and works quite the opposite.
The first time you try anything meaningful, you're going to be bad at it. That's not a sign to stop. That's the price of entry. Most men never begin because they fear looking foolish. But the truth is, you don't skip failure. You earn your way through it. The man you admire today, he has a long history of being terrible at things, but he didn't quit. Key point: failure isn't the opposite of success. It's the foundation of it.
I'm like an energizer buddy. Like I can do 18, 22 hours a day easily. And that's crazy. It's not very good for you. It's definitely one of those components to me as a human being, my makeup, my genetics, that allows me to actually keep moving. I'm a veteran at being able to look at an opportunity and go, is that going to take me further or not? Some people don't have that. You won't. It's something you develop. That's why most times out of 10, any head of a company has been doing it for a long time, because they inherently can make a decision in the blink of an eye. But you have to learn that.
There's something powerful about a man who can decide quickly and move. That doesn't come from talent. That comes from reps. Experience sharpens instinct. The more you try, fail, adjust, and try again, the faster and stronger your decision-making becomes. And work ethic? That's your engine. Not motivation, not inspiration. Discipline. Doing what needs to be done long after the feeling fades.
The other thing that's important, I think, is to keep your head down. Keep your head down. Like when I swim, I've got 25 laps. Guaranteed, if I look up and start counting those laps, I'm petered out by 15. If I put my head down and keep working away and work at technique, work at internal rhythm, I hit that length, I don't even know what length I'm on, guarantee you I'll look up and it'll be 20 and 2 more, 3 more to go. And that's a very simple device, but I think people find themselves incrementally checking how far they've got. And that, when you compare it to anybody else or whatever, it's a recipe for disaster. Just keep banging on. That's the most important. I think mountain climbers would probably tell you the same thing. There's no point looking. The difference between climbing 100 feet and climbing 500 feet is a point of view. You won't know you're at the top until you get there, pal. And that's what you need to remember. So that's, part of my mechanism of dealing with sort of, just getting there. Just don't look down.
One of the most important lessons: stop looking up to count your progress, because the moment you start measuring yourself against others, you lose rhythm. Imagine swimming laps. If you keep looking up, counting, comparing, you get tired faster. But if you put your head down, focus on your stroke, your breathing, your rhythm, you'll look up one day and realize you're almost there. Key point: progress accelerates when you stop tracking every step and trust your process.
The more I grow, I'm 43 at this point, considered a middle-aged man, and happiness is without a doubt the best thing that I strive for. Health and happiness, kid you not. Any of it means nothing if I'm not happy about it.
Hard work without direction is just exhaustion. You need a target, not a vague idea, not a wish, a clear, defined direction. Because if you don't know where you're going, you'll never know if you've arrived. Clarity fuels discipline. Clarity fuels consistency. Clarity fuels results.
My breakthrough was actually deciding I wanted to be an actor and go into a drama college. Not a drama college, I did a performing arts course. It changed my life. It turned my dreams into a reality. It gave me an actual, tangible target to go, oh, actually, I could do this. That was my breakthrough, because it was a breakthrough of my mind. And then it became, no, actually, there's a job in it. And it was the breakthrough. I let go of this idea that it was just a joke, and I actually can make a career of it. That was my biggest breakthrough. Of course, there have been numerous breakthroughs over my career and my life, which I'm all proud of, but none so much as that realization that I want to be an actor.
The biggest breakthrough isn't money. It isn't status. It isn't recognition. It's the moment you realize, this isn't a dream. This is possible. That shift in belief changes everything, because once your mind accepts it, your actions begin to align with it. And that's when your life starts to move differently.
To thrive in whatever you do, please understand your terrain. Know what your target is. Don't guess it. Be as clued up as the next man, because that's your petrol. That's your fuel to get you moving. If you don't know where you're going, what your targets are, you're never going to get there, period. Work hard, sleep less.
At the end of all the striving, all the grinding, all the chasing, there are only two things that truly matter: health, happiness. Because if you build everything and lose yourself in the process, what did you really gain? So here's the truth. You don't need to have it all figured out today. You just need to start. Be willing to fail. Be willing to look foolish. Be willing to work when no one is watching. Keep your head down. Find your rhythm. Stay in your lane. And one day, you'll look up and realize you've become the man you used to admire. Thank you for listening. We'll catch you next time. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Peace.